Morning traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. So we've kind of got a confirmation bar of this inside pin bar here off the 200 EMA, and we've also got a close on the daily above the negative 20 on the Williams percentage R. If you look at the awesome oscillator, it's indicating the trend is still potentially to the upside. We haven't broken below the zero. Only concern is we've got a crossover here. So the big question on my mind at the moment, and you'll see it on a lower time frame, is this just a retrace, okay, to test a break? There's my break, and you can see the sellers came in off that, okay. And the other question on my mind at the moment is this a start of a new channel, or is it a sort of a pullback of this move down off to a level and another move to the downside? We do have kind of a double top here as well. There's our previous fractal. Here's our, it's not quite a fractal at the moment, but so this is also indicating that this could be a sort of just a gentle pullback of this move to the downside, which is possible, okay. And the last thing I want to know is where's the Fibonacci, and the 50% Fibonacci is pretty much close to the 200 EMA, and 61 is further up, okay. So with all of that in mind, the trend was down, we've come up into the alligator. Alligator is turning around. If we look at the hour, we do have a potential trend change, okay. So yesterday we broke through the alligator, we came back, we tested the break here, and then it carried on to the upside, okay. So my view on this at the moment is to trade the fractal breaks, because it's pretty much unknown. We've had a very strong trend to the downside, so it wouldn't surprise me if we get sellers coming in. If it's not here, it'll be off pretty much every level higher up. And you can see there's another level right there. So every single level you're going to see sellers climb in, and the question is whether they get momentum to drive it to the downside. Okay, so the best way to do this right now is to look at a lower time frame and trade that lower time frame. And you can see how messy it was. We were inside the alligator yesterday, and it was kind of looking like a move to the downside, but you could see there were some sellers coming in here. There was some negative data coming through from Germany yesterday as well, but that kind of didn't, it fizzled out, and then we sort of trended to the upside. Okay, so for me, pull down to lower time frames and watch what's going on. So firstly, we are going to start off on the 12 minutes. That was a break and a retest, and we've closed below it, okay. And if you're watching carefully, you will see here's shoulder, head, shoulder. Okay, so that in itself does look like we have some kind of a head and shoulders, 58 points, which will bring us back down to this area here. However, looking at the oscillators indicating that this move is over, and we should be looking for a long. If I look at the DAX futures right now, we're up 0.35%. Most of the US markets are up as well. Most of the markets are up. And Japan is up, crude oil is up, Hang Seng is up. So pretty much everybody's feeling bullish at the moment, but I'm not entirely convinced. Okay, so yesterday you can see we had an extremely volatile day yesterday, so it was kind of very difficult trading this thing. And you can see here with the potential double bottom, look at the diversions, and then there's your confirmation bar. So that's your indication this is long, and long it was up to the first level, pull back, and then another long. Okay, so the only way to trade this thing yesterday was on a lower time frame. Okay, so for me today, let's just get rid of the noise. Looking at the 12 minutes, there's my fractal, there's my other fractal. Those are my two fractals that I'm looking to trade. At this stage, we do have a bit of a crossover, and we've got a break below the alligator. So there is potential that we have a move to the downside, but look at this here. This is indicating something completely different. Okay, and remember, if we look at it on the daily, you can see we've got an inside bar, and then almost another inside bar. And then we've got a close above the -20. We're still above the zero. So this trend is up still. Okay, it's a bit messy, but the trend is still ultimately up. We need to see a retest of this area here. Okay, that swing low has been retested. Now, the other thing that is kind of bugging me is we have this triple top. Measured move. That still needs to play out. So looking at the daily, this would be a case of, well, any sort of break below the low of yesterday is going to give me a move to the downside. So looking at price action, it's looking like this is a sort of a semi-bullish pattern that's formed. This is kind of, we've got to close above the previous high. So we've got to close above the previous day's close, which is kind of bullish with an inside bar off a level being the 200 EMA. So it's difficult to actually call this one at the moment because the structure for moves both ways on the higher time frames. Okay, so the best thing to do for me is to look at the 30. We do have this mini head and shoulders here, which would be, if it plays out, move to the downside, then I would expect sort of another attempt higher, and if that attempt fails, that would be the cue for me to get in short. Okay, so for me at the moment, these are my fractal levels here. So it's sort of the head and shoulders neckline at the moment, and that. But even this head and shoulders neckline, that's not a trigger for me on the Bull Williams. So it's kind of almost in line with the ever so slightly below the teeth, the red line, but to me that's too much in line. So it's not a valid signal at the moment for me. Okay, even looking at the 12 minutes. So this would be, on the 12 minutes it would be, but then my stop is going to be there, on that fractal there. Okay, a break above this fractal is going to be above the teeth, which will indicate a move to the upside. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this. I am a little bit worried about the levels that we have at the top. This level here is a fairly strong level. That's 12,142. It is the neckline of a triple top. Okay, so technically there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be trading that as a short entry, and it wouldn't surprise me if there are a couple that got in short here already, and there'll be more that'll scale in when it retests this level. If this level fails, then short it is. So if this level holds, it's short. If it fails, in other words, break through, then you're looking for a retest of that to move back to the upside. Okay, and that's kind of my thought process at the moment. And we'll have to wait and see what happens at the open. So we are currently gapped up. So the big question is whether we come back, close this gap, and just stay in this range for a bit, and then break through up or down, whatever it might be. But yeah, for me, it's definitely take profit or short off there. Okay, and it's pretty much a long off the break of here. So there's not many points on offer at this moment. Okay, but this head and shoulders, if it does play down, it will give you an opportunity to be long further down. Okay, lastly, before we go, let's just have a quick look at the ichimoku. So looking at the hour, we are in the cloud. Sorry, let's just start the daily. We can see what's going on. So we have bounced off the cloud. We haven't got a crossover here. It's heading towards a potential crossover, or it's just going to come together and we're going to continue moving to the upside. So there's no concrete evidence there on ichimoku either way. On the 4 hour, we've got a flat Kijinsen and we're kind of rolling and then we've gone flat. But look at this. This is indicating we need to be looking for a sale, and we have sort of closed just below the -20, and that is a bearish signal. So sort of, I know traders that would have their shorts right over there. So 12.072 that have shorts, and their stop would be 12.145. And the reason for that is this is a downward trend line. We've got an oscillator which is closed sort of just below the -20. So we're looking for short entries. Okay, so that's what a lot of traders would be doing right now. Looking at the hour, you can see we are in the cloud. So we did get a crossover here, a bullish crossover, but this is our next area of resistance, and you can see how big it is. Okay, so, and that's, if I drill down to the 12 minutes, and I now just fine tune my levels there. That one is there. You can see the same two levels are in play on all time frames. Okay, so break above 12.140, expect some upside, break below 12.077, expect some downside, and I would take profits at all structure targets, so head and shoulder structure targets, and then look for levels as well. Okay, anyway guys, that's my view today. Until we break through these two levels, it's pretty much going sideways. Okay, hope that helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.